Hey everyone, this is the Villain's Demand. This is session 8 of our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition game, The Ancient War Reborn. Brought to you in low cost quality. But it's all theater of the mind, so what's it matter? I'm your DM, JVD, going around. We'll start with Evan the Great.
Hey guys, I'm Evan the Great from the Villain's Demand. Today, and as always, I will be playing an elven bard named Luda Silverstring. She blue balled somebody last game.
I'm Smiley playing Ort Whitehammer, Dwarven Bear Whisperer.
I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villain's Demand, and today, like always, I'm playing Vesper Nord, the Moon Elf, and I did not blue ball anybody last session.
Because you're a whore.
Because I'm a whore.
Ort thinks all elves are whores.
And returning.
Wes, and back with Roland Ivor.
So, Smiley being a bear whisperer, what does that do to cheese?
Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Feeding the bear cheese.
Copious amounts of cheese.
Okay.
Supply.
So as we last left off, you guys had stopped at an inn due to the rain, and you need to rest your horses for a day because you've hit your 6 days. There were some gentlemen who had supposedly rented out the whole tavern and inn, so you couldn't get a place. You guys kind of shacked up in the barn. Those who could stay in their carts that were covered, stayed in those. Luda, you tried to persuade, I guess you could say, some of these men, got up there doing a tune and a jig, and was going to, say, court one of these men into a bed and kind of freaked out.
Yep.
Didn't know what to do, and then you wound up leaving him there after telling him a lie. So, morning comes. This hard rain is turned to a sprinkle. The ground is really, really muddy where you're at. As soon as dawn breaks, a lot of the merchants get together to discuss what's going on, and it's been passed around that you're going to stay here another day due to the mud and whatnot. There's no point of pulling your wagons with these horses and tiring your horses out quicker. So you might as well just stay another day. So the big question is, Luda, what are you going to do? You know, these guys are here in this tavern.
Oh, I'm staying away from them.
That's kind of self.
I'm staying back at the caravans.
Back at the caravans.
Yeah, I'm not getting around those guys.
So you're not getting around them at all. Would you say last night that you had told the others about what would have happened? Or did you just not say anything at all?
I probably told them I tried to get information, but I couldn't get any.
And you're just going to leave it at that?
Yep. That's not lying. It's not telling the truth.
That's very, very true. Orin, morning comes, it's been passed around what's going on. What are you doing this morning?
I need to refill my kegs, and I want to work on that one thing we talked about earlier.
Okay, fair enough. Is that something you're working in private, or are you just doing it out in the open?
Do I know since I'm hanging out with you all the time?
Well, that's what I'm getting to.
I'm not taking pains to hide it or anything, but I'm not. Neither am I going. I'm gonna go. Look at this.
All right. What are you doing, Vesper?
Guess I'm still just flirting with Akira.
Akira? No, that's the chick that screwed you over.
Oh, Chapahobi, that's right.
That is, let me go find her real quick.
Is it or
You see everybody.
or
Yeah.
Pasta?
Vesper's a
Avustia.
masochist.
Avustia.
Or Boost.
Avustia.
So flirt with her. Glad you brought that up. Roll me a charisma check.
This is gonna suck.
No?
Oh,
Maybe.
16.
You can tell that she thinks you're being overly friendly. She's not exactly sure what you're playing at, but you guys are getting along pretty good. Give me a perception. Wait, is this your main focus this morning? Is her?
I mean, no, not really, but you know, I'm just keeping,
Okay.
my game up.
Give me a perception.
14.
As you walk around the camp in the morning, around the stalls and whatnot, you do notice him working on a crossbow.
Okay.
Roland, have you caught up? You got
Sort of.
Okay. What are you doing this morning?
I would assume that, being as it's just been being quiet following Caravan, it's going to continue keeping a low profile.
Low profile. All right. The day goes on. You're gonna speed this up unless anybody's got something they really want to attend to.
Okay.
You guys do notice that the men that were in the tavern, every now and then you'll see them kind of peek around at a window like they're looking for somebody.
Say when.
So he might-
But it doesn't seem like they find what they're looking for because there's so many people in this caravan. So, unless anybody got anything they want to do during the day, we're gonna speed up to the next day, get the caravan rolling. Anybody?
I mean, is this in still, I guess?
I don't know. You going in? You want to know if it's still rented out?
If it's still rented out?
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to go in to find out.
I stroll in like a badass.
Strolling like a badass. What
You have
time?
a safe wood.
Time of day?
Probably about noonish.
Noonish. Gentlemen sitting there having lunch, having drinks.
I got my hood up, you know.
Okay. They don't really seem to pay you any attention. Talk to the barkeep,
Yeah.
and you kind of get the same spiel as you did the night before. Yeah, they've got it rented out for the day due to the rain. You can tell it's one of the things, you can tell he just doesn't like talking about it. He's very shy, nervous about the whole thing. It's just like it was the night before.
They've got something on him and they're keeping him from making money.
Alright,
Well, they rented out the place. That's the story.
I'm gonna,
We're noblemen, so one's a judge.
I'm gonna like just, kinda try to do it a little stealthily. Pull out a silver piece, kinda slide it on the table.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Alright, don't fuck up.
You're good at these. You got this. At least I think you're good at these.
Said I'm proficient in it, you know. Got a 7. Nope.
What do you got?
That's an 8. I guess.
Give me a perception.
Your die just stopped coming over here.
It's a 4.
You hand him the silver, and he just kind of looks at you like, "What are you doing?"
Thanks for your time. I turn around and walk out.
He has no qualms about taking it. Anybody else?
Failed bribery.
Well, I'm gonna try to talk to him later tonight.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I mean, elves.
All right, so we'll speed up tonight. If anybody's got anything they want to do.
Alright, so basically what I want to do is when he, I mean, is he just staying in the inn, or is he going about like things that he has to do around the inn? Because he's the innkeep, so he has work to do around the inn, right?
He's got people that like tend to the stalls and whatnot, but I mean, right now, these are only 5 guys in here, so there's not a lot of work. His focus is on them. It wouldn't be too hard to get a hold of him if you needed to.
Alright,
I mean, there's nothing stopping you guys, like if you want to order a meal or whatnot, you
Yeah.
can get it, you just can't eat it in here.
okay.
Like if you want a drink, you can get a drink, you just can't have it
So I
in
can
here.
fill up my kegs.
Yeah, sure, yeah, you can pay the gold and whatnot, fill your kegs and whatnot.
Okay, well, I'll have Ord going with me. We'll go
Alright.
into the bar, or the inn.
Alright.
Alright, so, I guess when we get in there, I'll just order a meal for me, and I'll grab a Orbasta
Or Bustia?
or
You
Bustia.
said it 3 different ways now.
Or Bustia. I'll order her a meal to go to.
Alright.
What the heck, can
What time? Is this in the evening?
Yeah, probably go back to
It's
about
done
6
raining by now.
Okay.
I mean, you're tracking in mud and whatnot. You kind of hear them like scoff that you're dragging in mud from outside as you walk by. And they're still there at the tavern. They're playing cards.
boring point of the party?
So I'll just ask him how long the inn's rented out for.
You're gonna ask them?
No, him, the barkeep, innkeep.
He got a shrugs. He says, we're taking it a day at a time. No one wants to travel in the muck. And you do know you're leaving tomorrow, so.
Can I try to get a perception on him?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
See like how he's vibing about this. 9.
Him or the group?
Like the group, I guess.
They're not paying you much attention. They're too busy playing cards,
Okay.
having a drink.
Anything you want to try?
I got my
Well,
keys.
you're
I'm
rolling.
happy. I got nothing else. Or
Yeah, you're rolling
in here.
I guess when I get my meal, I guess we're ready to go.
Roll me a D4 award.
4.
Okay, 4 days, you'll be done with that. Alright. So, nothing here going on? You done?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought maybe you were gonna try to screw one of them. You're pretty good at this, so.
Yeah, I'd probably kill him.
Yeah, I'm sure you have to.
So, night falls, time morning comes, the roads are just slightly soft. The rain has stopped yesterday. They're not that bad for traveling, unless anybody's got anything they want to do. Caravan's gonna take off.
Stay away from them guys.
Does Grizzly have enough room in his wagon to set up my brewing supplies?
Man, he has a small wagon. It's different. Okay, on the Caravan, it's different when you're a paid guard,
Yeah.
but you're not.
Well, I was going to give him free beer.
Roll me a diplomacy.
Persuade him?
Sure, yeah, we don't have diplomacy anymore. I gotta get used to that.
So 16 plus 3, 19.
Sure. Well, he'll gladly accept that trade.
Amazing.
All right. I mean, it makes it a little crowded up there, but he'll gladly take that trade. Roland, you are not a paid guard, by the way. So you're, to your own whims, you're more of a traveler than a guard. There are other travelers here. So,
Okay, about how many? I assume these
travelers?
7 days I've probably been spending time with them more than anything
Okay,
else.
travelers that aren't considered guards besides Orid, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So there'd be 10 travelers altogether. That's not counting travelers that have paid to ride on wagons and carts and stuff, so.
Have I picked up any information or rumors in these 7 or 8 days?
No. No, most people, the biggest thing that anybody talked about was the argument that happened on your 4th day between Hillary and Bade over the horses. That's really been the only commotion that's been going on the entire time. That's kind of calmed down because he got new healed horses out of it, so I kind of stumbled onto that one. But if anybody ain't got anything to do, we're gonna move on.
Well, as we're leaving, I just want to ask Grizzly about if he knows anything about the people that had rented out the inn. Like, what was up with those guys? Like, if he ever had that encounter.
Snooty aristocrats with money. I mean, you look at how nasty it was outside. Think about it. If you have a nice home, do you want people tracking in mud?
Like that. Yeah, I guess I get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it tells you. It's how it is. He, for one, doesn't care. He's an outdoorsman, so.
I mean, I just was wondering about,
As everybody gets together in the caravan, there is not really an argument, but Bed, the guy that's in front of you with his horses, is yelling at Orvustia. She's fired. He tells her, if you want to hang out with them, you can hang out with them. I'll find somebody else to guard my wagon.
Was this the wagon that had all the trouble with it?
Yeah,
Well,
The guy that fired her is the one that's beating his horses, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Never mind.
yeah.
Douchebag.
Yep. Super.
A middle-aged male human. The next thing you do, see him talking to him, and he hands him a bag of gold, takes a couple coins out, tells him he'll pay him the rest, you know, and what I think it's 10 days, you guys get paid for 10 days. He'll hang the rest then. She's pretty devastated by this. Like, you'd gotten to learn that she'd never really been away from home, and here she is out on the open road with no way to make a coin. She's worried about how she's going to eat, what she's going to drink.
I tell her to stay with me and I got her.
So you're going to assume you're going to try to take care of her.
I was about to ask, how much was her wage?
I think y'all gotta get paid 5 gold every 10 days, I think is what it is, as guards. So it's the same, that's all the caravan pays. They've all got a set amount that they pay everybody.
And how many
days have you
are
been
we
on the
away?
road?
This will be starting on your 8th. So, I mean,
So did he compensate her for?
no, she got her half up front, so,
Okay. Well,
yeah, so she got
she
2 gold out of it.
Okay.
How far away are we from our destination?
It's a 2-month trip.
So that's about 60 days.
Well,
Basically, that's not counting days you might have to stop, like you just got an extra day.
well, like Grizzly's kind of teaching me how to hunt and do that stuff. So,
So 50.
so we should be all right.
Okay, so she's gonna travel with your caravan. All right, like I said, as I told you guys yesterday, there's planned events for this whole thing. So unless you got anything you wanna do in between, let me know. Otherwise, you've got 8 more days until I've got something planned out. So you got 8 days if there's anything you guys want to do. If not, we'll speed it up. Obviously, that gets finished in 8 days.
So you said her name is Orbustier, right?
Or Boosty.
Alright, well, I'll offer to teach her like a few
You
things.
also might have the money just to
that I
pay
know.
her, like just to actually pay her on as a personal guard.
Within a couple days, Grizzly Jones will tell you guys to be on your guard that you are about to travel through the Troll Claws, a very hilly region known for things far worse than trolls.
Okay.
It's very misleading, man.
He tells you no, it's not. It's full of trolls. There's just been known things to be worse.
Troll claw.
Would this be in level
What is that,
4? Do we know
27
anything
hit points?
about?
No,
Or would
no.
that be a knowledge check?
I don't know. You ever come as a character? Have you ever come across a troll?
We have never, but I mean, have we
I mean, I
heard
don't
about
think
them?
anybody. Maybe he has. Being from where he's from and his backstory, he probably knows exactly what a troll is. He's a dwarf for one.
Right.
The nasty that sneaky about him.
Roll me nature knowledge. I would assume.
Good in knowledges. 12.
So, you know the basic thing. You want to kill a troll? Fire and acid. So you'll
The
be.
important information.
I got firebolts.
4 days later, into our trip.
Oi, Vespa, I got something for you. Hold out what looks like similar to your hand crossbow, except it has a cartridge on top of it, a slot, and a lever on the side. Now, you put the bolts in here. You pull back on this, and it automatically reload it for you. After it fires the 5th bolt, you'd have to spend some time to fit it back up. Yours looked a bit impractical.
It's awesome word. Thank you. Now people worry about it.
As long as you, when you're using that, you can attack twice per round. Figured that would be useful as a repeating crossbow. So surely you can shoot
Well, or at
twice.
least make an offhand attack,
Yeah.
maybe stab something.
Well, he's a shooter, so it gives him 2 shots. It'd be useful.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else in this journey?
I just kind of want to talk to Grizzly about just like the caravan thing, that just could be like passing chatter.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's what a lot of people do. A lot of these travelers, they talk to each other.
That's
I
all
mean,
Roland's doing. Is
you know, everybody's on alert. This whole thing about the troll moors and then troll claws, troll moors are way up there. You know, get past around. So everybody's on edge, is what it is.
I finally noticed Roland, like, what the hell are you doing? I thought you stayed behind the Baldur's Gate.
nah, bro.
I asked Grizzly a bunch of questions about if he's ever killed trolls before.
Oh yeah, he's fought trolls.
What's the best way to do it? I'm sure he's the one telling me all this stuff.
Between him
Yeah,
and
And
Warden,
you and Torch.
yeah. Basically, you know, you kill it, set fire to it. You know,
You
I
know that thing
mean,
when you wiggly a thing, as a little ball of fire comes out? That.
they say that a troll, if you cut off its arm will grow a new troll. Trolls, I mean, are ridiculous.
Problematic.
Very problematic, for sure.
Yeah.
I will give Orgustia my hand crossbow, my regular hand crossbow.
Well, she's got sword and shield, so.
Well, I mean, she can put it on her
Yeah,
back.
she can put it on her belt loop because I'm sure you got strapped to it and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, roll me a perception. Oh, party foul. We'll fix that later.
This is visual based.
Yes, it is visual based.
Perception, you said?
Yes, perception. I said.
20.
So,
I got an 8
10.
as well.
I'm fascinated when
Okay, you're only on 20. That's exactly what you needed. You notice that these last couple of days, there has been a young girl who's seems to be watching not only you, but him. And you just catch her. She's just a traveler. She's a little traveler. You know, you might just see her. She'll slow down a couple wagons. She's probably about 3 wagons ahead of you guys because you're in the back wagon. There's 8 of them. There's 8 in this caravan.
She put forth do I feel like it's of ill will?
No, she's just kind of looking at you guys. He calls the scene with his gun already. So, and I mean, you do have a gnarly.
What is this scene?
You do have a gnarly scar across your neck.
That's true. I
Uh,
forgot
yeah.
all
Like
about
a little girl.
Huh?
Like a little girl.
No, she's actually she's 19.
Alright.
Human?
Yeah, she's human. Most people in this caravan are human.
Not to be tight.
I have race, age, and years for everybody on this, so everybody's got those. But you notice every now and then she'll slow down and you'll just see her kind of look at you guys and whatnot.
Yeah.
Did the horse beater ever get a replacement?
No, he still got his horses. He's kind of slimmed down. That happened on the 4th day.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Since we're on the 4th day.
Tell Roland.
No, there's no beating his horses today.
That's what I'm gonna do.
When I catch her staring at me, one of these times, I'll just ask her if I can help her. Like,
Well, you're
I'll
have
be
to
polite
you have
about
to
it so
walk
that-
up to her. She's staying away from you guys. Like I said, she's on the 4th. We'll just say she's down. You're on the last wagon. There's a wagon in front of you which you guys have had problems with. And then there's a wagon in front of that, and she's kind of like slowed down to there, and she's kind of watching you guys. So you're have to approach her.
I'll give some time.
Every wagon's got about 10 to 15 foot between it. So I mean, maybe 90 feet in front of you. But you notice just through everybody walking around talking that she just kind of takes an interest to you too. You're the only one that
I'll keep
notices
note of
this.
that.
You gonna tell anybody, or you just keep it to yourself?
I'll tell him. I'll pull Ord aside and I'll let him know. Ben Watch don't think anything's going wrong with it, but keep an eye out.
As you're telling him this, he's feeding this bear curd cheese.
Boy, what do they know? I stroke on my beard.
The woman about 90 feet, you know.
After I'm fit as feet.
Probably perception.
Sight based. 3 minus 1, 2.
You can't point her out. But he's trying to tell you about it.
But I was gonna walk up there and.
Tell them what humans look like.
You're with advantage.
You know she's about 90 feet ahead. That's about it.
Yeah.
I didn't,
I mean,
you look about 90 feet ahead. There's a opening with nobody in it.
I see wagons.
For a minute, I thought he was talking about a diminutive girl, like a real short girl.
I think he's talking about the half orc, but that's not a girl.
that was your 4th day from the inn. Everybody roll me another perception. You can give yourself advantage.
Side based.
Yes, it is side based.
Oh, that is
14.
really good.
14 too, hey.
22.
You don't notice it. Nobody notices anything in particular.
Oh, man.
Sorry, guys.
We're
Here's my 19.
gonna go ahead and speed up. It is the 3rd flame rule. Everybody, camp's kind of settling down. Everybody's kind of putting up tents. Evening start to set, and the sun's barely starting to dip ahead of the troll claws. I'm so used to reading the fucking Dritz novels and the troll moors. Starting to dip down ahead of the mountains in front of you and the troll claws. Everybody roll me a perception. I will let you know when it is sound based. How's that sound, Ord?
Oh, alright. 18. 14.
2.
14.
Give it a 3.
Off in the distance, something catches your eye, and it's a flicker of 2 torches, and they keep flickering. The wind's blowing pretty good. And for all you know, you gotta remember that there was only one group, there was one caravan that left ahead of you guys. And all you see is these 2 lone torches way off in the distance up the trail.
I figure I'm by the wagon with Grizzly, right?
Yeah, you guys are all settled down right in your wagon.
I'll be like, hey, Grizzly, check that out. What do you make of that?
It tells you that's probably trouble. It's almost like a signal for people leave. It was like, do you go check that out? He's like, don't make a scene if you're checking it out. Don't get everybody spooked. Everybody's already spooked enough.
I'll be like,
And because everybody's been on edge these last couple of days.
yeah, I'll go check it out. Hey, Luda, wanna go with me?
No. Not going with you.
Not particularly,
You-
no.
You're gonna say something?
So this is
Roland?
like the end of the day.
Yeah, everybody's setting up, yeah.
Okay. About dinner time, when
This
everybody's
is what
eating
this is.
rations, I'm gonna take an extra ration and go to that 19-year-old
Girl,
and introduce myself.
introduce yourself. Well, she's done moved up some wagons. She's done moved up to her own wagon, where she's basically a traveler, where she's meeting with people, and you're gonna walk up there.
Offer her a ration, be polite, introduce
Okay.
myself.
I'm just letting you know, these guys are about to take off, so are you gonna do this at the same time they are?
I see you as Sir Loris.
Have they informed me that they're
I don't know, that's what I was getting to.
Because this is like the thing that
Okay.
Roland's been thinking about since he's noticed it.
Yeah, and it's been a couple days, but you haven't caught her looking at you anymore. And that was 4 days ago. You haven't seen her looking at you anymore. Does that change your opinion at all? Okay.
Still interested in what it is. And if it's a
Okay.
cigar, then I can explain.
Are you gonna say something to him before he leaves about this torch that you've seen?
Well, I know you're in heavy plate, right?
Splint, right?
Splint.
Mm-hmm. You have a character sheet. I mean,
I noticed from the past
It's
he's
been a
not very
while.
quiet.
no,
right?
he is not very quiet at all.
So basically, I think me and Luda should just scout it out. I mean, I guess we can tell him, be like, we're
Be
going out there to
on my
scout it
guard.
out.
Yeah.
So you guys are on guard, and
I mean, you're
shit goes
looking,
down, you be ready.
you're looking
I'll
like,
just stop following you.
I mean, you barely caught
Let's go
this.
burn the
From
forts
distance,
down.
you might think this might be like an hour, like half a mile away. It's not, it's way out
Way
there.
out there.
You just barely caught the flicker of the flame.
Okay. I mean, if you guys want to go, I mean,
So
we
we're
can-
scouting out this
We can space out a bit.
flame out
You guys can
in,
stay like 30, 40 feet behind us.
out in the troll lands.
Or I can just take off my armor.
Troll claws.
Yeah, but I don't want you to die. I like you, word.
Okay, so you're informing these two.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and inform
And
them.
what are you guys gonna do now, you two?
I mean, do you
Are
guys?
you going with them, or are you still gonna go try to talk to this girl?
You did inform us.
Yeah.
If I'm invited, I'll probably go as protection, because. Are you going to?
I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the one who talks to the half orc.
Everybody here is in the dark, alright? Alright, everybody, as you're getting close, sound, roll me a perception.
18.
It was a 20. Like it stopped and then it went close.
Ooh, 19.
Okay, who has above a 15? Just you two?
Yeah.
We're
looking for this flame we saw here.
Yeah.
You hear kind of like combat going on ahead of you. You gonna let the other guys know?
We hear comment.
Well,
Yeah,
I
just-
kind of want
You guys hear comment.
I don't want
Combat, combat ahead message
to,
sent
because
to
Rowan's still kind of new.
Vesper.
Mm-hmm.
He's young and everything.
Whispered for him.
I mean,
Be excited at the thought of
I don't know.
combat. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You
if he's
hear,
too excited, he might run in.
you
and not
hear a
say nothing,
voice,
but
and you'll say two. You'll hear one, two to the left. You know, one to the right. You know, like someone's calling out direction.
I can understand it as battle
Who
tactics.
speaks
Yes,
Goblin?
Nope, not quite
Nobody.
the same.
Common, undercommon, Elvish, Dwarven, Draconic. Nope.
Nobody.
no Goblin.
And then there's a very gruff language you hear being yelled out through all this. You don't understand it. But yeah, you what you think you would
Sound
hear.
like battle commands.
Yeah, battle commands. And it's starting to get rocky where you're at. You really start to get to the troll walls.
And he messaged me that there was combat ahead, so. And are you gonna say anything about what you're hearing?
Yeah. I'll inform the two of you, or well, the three of you, what I heard.
Mhm.
Because he met it and said that I know he knows.
Alright.
So you're gonna let them know.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you gonna go about this? There's some rocks and whatnot around that you, like one person or somebody could hide behind, and then once you get close enough, you see what you got.
Well, you two guys are the main fighters. So if you guys wanna rush in, I can do my usual popping shots.
I know you say that I'm a fighter, yet I use a gun and keep my distance.
I mean, you're
Range
not.
fighters, man. Range
Yeah,
fighters.
but you're not, hiding like I am, popping out, and then going back and hiding again, and all that. So,
I mean, it's completely up to you how you guys wanna approach this.
so we need to hurry up because it sounds like they're in danger.
I'm not gonna run, like sprint in unprepared, but I am gonna move it, advance forward.
Right. You shouldn't rush in, but
Okay, so,
Fool's rush.
we need to hurry up a little bit.
okay, raise your hand if you're gonna stealth in. Raise your hand if you're not stealth in.
I can try to
Okay,
say
are
a
you
little
two
more.
gonna get so far behind them or ahead of them?
I'm getting ahead of them.
Yeah, I'll let them
agree,
go
we should be
ahead.
ahead.
and
Okay,
we'll-
because there is a, I mean,
We get in trouble, they're behind us if we need to retreat to
okay,
give us
you
that.
can run down the road if you need to, because this is on the road.
And hopefully it'll give us a little bit of advantage.
I'll have my
because
blade
they'll be
out.
Focused on you guys, so we can get the pop shots off and stuff.
Alright. So I take it you two are running down the road, and you guys are stealthing on the side? Luda, Vesper, you two roll me stealths.
Well, I said I was. I fucked up.
Okay, Vesper, what do you got?
You have the thing where you just take
Forgot your
hits.
coin pouch, man.
9.
Okay.
If they see me, we're dead.
Luda, what do you got?
29.
You two, what side are you coming from? This side? This side, I mean.
I'm
you
gonna
two are coming down the
go,
road.
I'll go left, you go right?
yeah, that'll work.
Okay, my left or your left?
Your left.
My left. And come right. Alright, as you do, roll me a perception, Luda.
14.
Alright. From where you're at, I would assume you know what a hobgoblin is.
God, yes.
Roll me a perception.
Man, I ain't see shit. 9.
These guys aren't hard to find. Now you two are running up, roll me perceptions. As long as you beat the 5, you guys are all right for this side.
Well, I got 7.
Okay, you guys see behind these rocks, they're hobgoblins with bows. Up ahead in the torchlight, you two, since you're running down the path, Roland and Ord, you see that this cart is flipped over and there's crates stacked in front of it, and you can see 3 people inside.
They're taking cover.
Yeah, they're taking cover and they have crossbows. Both of you roll me perception sight.
12.
You don't see anything else.
13.
Okay.
You didn't even have to ask me.
So you take this man.
You're gonna get a surprise round. One of these guys shouts out he sees you 3. So Luda, you're gonna get a surprise. Everybody go ahead and roll me initiative.
Why didn't I remember that one ago myself? Wasted a 20. I guess I always get to go first.
Okay,
Unless
Luda,
teammates go first.
13.
Vesper.
16.
You're not Vesper.
Oh,
23.
Somebody's got Vesper on his
Ooh.
mind.
16.
Oh.
16.
Well, I was thinking.
And Roland.
16.
Okay, which one? He has a higher dex.
Yeah, I got a 0 dex.
So Roland, you're at 15. All right. 2, 3, 4. You guys notice this guy sees you 3 and he points you out, and all these guys have eyes on you. Okay, Luda, no one sees you coming as you're hiding behind these rocks. You do get a surprise round on these guys.
What kind of armor does he have on?
From where you're at,
I don't know how well to see. I'm pretty.
these guys look pretty well armored.
They look metal.
Yes. These guys look like warriors.
Finally get to do this, maybe. I think it's the range of 60. Yeah, I got heat metal.
Oh, you're gonna burn them out of them.
He'll yell, and then them other guys will know where they are. See the range on it real fast.
You should cast on this guy so they all look this way away from you.
60 feet. Choose a metal object such as a metal weapon or a suit of armor that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature physical contact with it takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast a spell. Until the spell ends, you can have a bonus action on each of your rounds to make the damage stay.
Okay, so what do I need to roll?
I just got to make an attack on you.
Okay, which one are you attacking?
It says, touch the object, glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. So it don't say make an attack roll.
What are you doing from the metal?
Yeah. I've never used it before. I just had it forever. For this,
It's really good for heavy armor
I
wearers.
don't really say it to make an attack roll. It just says when you cast the spell. And I use a bonus action every round.
Yeah, it's you didn't read the other side, buddy. So I need a Constitution saving throw. Here you go.
Man, they're bad, aren't they?
He failed. Roll your damage. I rolled a 1.
They're coming from the roof, so put money on it. But anyway.
Who do that, buddy?
Alright, so 2d8. 2. 11 fire damage.
Alright.
And it glows red hot. So if he, I don't know what you.
Yeah.
That would be illuminating.
Yeah.
Whoa, pump the brakes on this combat. Now at this time you're probably wondering, why are we zoomed up on the mat? The Villains Demand always shows the reaction of their players during combat and role-playing. Well, your DM here, JVD, really screwed up and forgot to hit the record button, a first ever in our time of doing videos. Now, I figured I would give you a little shot of the battleground and give you a little play-by-play. Vesper and Roland move up to take out the hobgoblins in the front as Ord and Luda runs through them, firing arrows. They move into the wagon to save the merchant and the guards and to fend off the hobgoblins and their boss at the top. As Vesper and Roland take out the hobgoblins in the back, the remaining 3 fire arrows as they run off into the night. Now again, I can promise you this will never happen again. And knowing some of the mishaps we have off camera, it probably will. But once again, I apologize, and I return you to your regular scheduled programming. The 3 guards, if you want their names, I've got
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You've got Netha Bazin, it's a human female. James, you anything? Guys,
Last name?
Bazin.
Like the tub?
Yeah, I guess. You've got Terrell Daneros, it's a male elf.
Earl De Niro.
I'm calling Robert.
And the one that was up there with you, Ord, when you were shooting is Tamlara Arazuman. It's a female elf, and she is very impressed with your weapon.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah. Tamlara.
Tomorrow.
Tamlara. Very, very impressed by your weapon. Missing Vesper. Where did Vesper go? Vesper was right here somewhere. Did I bring Vesper in? Yep, with the goblins. I sure did. Yeah, she is very curious in your weapon and what you've got. But,
Well, I was checking bodies.
yeah. This nobleman cannot stop thanking you guys enough for showing up because he surely thought that they were dead.
Yeah.
Any questions for him?
Yeah,
Why are they alone out here?
where's the rest of their caravan? They couldn't have been coming by themselves.
You,
Hey, I'm gonna try to get Luda's attention.
mhm.
I just be like, Luda, and I'll kind of glance toward the boxes.
Good idea.
You doing this out in the open?
Just,
You're searching the bodies. Hold on for a second.
okay.
Because they're already up there and you're not. So you're searching.
Okay.
No, you guys asked him, did you ask him what's he
Yeah,
doing?
where's the rest of the caravan?
He
You can't
said,
be trying to
you
make this by yourself.
see the guards kind of roll their eyes and,
You guys thought you could make it.
all Ben tells you, we thought we could catch the caravan that we were supposed to be on. And he was like, I know, it's my stupid fault. I put my men in danger, and that was very stupid of me.
You're giving them hazard pay, right?
No.
Just throwing them kind of like,
No. No.
just to make him a little
My
uncomfortable.
men are well paid, and they kind of like, yeah, we are. You know, I mean, they're well armored.
They
they're- I
think.
mean, yeah. The one of them, we'll just say, Terrell, tells you that those that had attacked them are your Shawnee hobgoblins. They all had wolf furs. They've got wolves and wargs painted on shields and whatnot. You've noticed this when you've gotten close enough to them. He says they're pretty nasty. They, to me, they're worse than the trolls here in the Folklaws. They're very organized. He said if it wasn't for you guys, he's like, we'd be dead now. They were literally waiting for darkness, is what I think, to ambush us. He said they'd already come in, took out our cart, and they didn't kill us, so they were literally waiting for night. But yeah, they're very thankful that you guys had come and saved them.
Should probably come with us.
And what part of it?
Okay, now that it's not coffee, what? Sorry.
What part of another caravan?
He says, great, will someone let me buy their horses so I can move all this stuff?
Happened once before.
Did they have extra horses?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
They had them tied up, to, didn't they?
No, no one had no horses.
They just traded.
Yeah, they traded horses.
Okay.
Not aware if they have any extras.
He's like, surely someone will stay behind while we send for help and let me buy their horses.
And leave another group by themselves.
Surely someone will. He's like, I've really got to get stuff moving.
What are you hauling?
He's,
Kick one of the boxes.
he just tells you goods to Daggerford. That's before Waterdeep.
A bit vague.
He assures you, I would not have had this problem if the rain would have not slowed us down the past 2 days. We would have caught the other caravan. Again, you see his guards kind of roll their eyes. Like you could tell the guards knew this
I'm
was
still gone, right?
stupid. Yeah, you're still
Okay. I got a question.
gone. Okay.
Take.
to backtrack up so you can catch up. These guys don't have anything of use. Long bows, long swords. Splint, the captain, I don't matter because he wasn't there. They got long bows, long swords, short sword, and they've all got chainmail. Besides their pelts and shields and stuff like that. They don't carry anything major on them.
Okay.
They're very
Just tripping.
tribalistic,
Okay.
and you can tell they're very well organized. Like, they got quarrel of arrows on the back, a quarrel on the hip. Like, they were prepared.
I'm gonna take a quarrel over those.
Okay, you can do that. We'll say about this time, Esbury, that you'll walk up.
So am I hearing the tail end of the conversation? About
Yeah,
the mud
yeah.
and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask why didn't they stop at the town back there?
The
How many days out are we from that town?
you're 8 days out.
8 days out, okay.
Okay, so yeah, they weren't past
Okay.
that.
Never mind, I won't ask that.
When you come up and you start talking, you spook them because they expected that everybody was here. So they're kind of spooked. Like the guards, they all point crossbows at you. Like they spooked.
I more so slap him maniacally. He thinks this is like the funniest thing ever.
I'm just clad in black leather, got my head up probably still.
Yeah. But as for merchandise, man, he's moving like wines and liquors and stuff like that. Some of the crates are broke. It's all soggy worries, what you can tell, broken bottles and stuff.
I'll be like, so what do we get for saving them?
Yeah.
You can bug him for a cask of wine.
Cask of wine seems too much since we saved you?
You can see he's milling over like he really doesn't want to, and one of the guards looks at him, and he's like, "All right, sure." And
I open up my bag. Slide it on in.
It's like loaded in my bag.
yeah, he'll come off a bottle of wine for it. So you ask, where's your caravan heading?
We saw the firelight and started to investigate. We're heading to Waterdeep.
He's like, oh, that's on the way. Surely someone will let me pay for horses.
I don't know, we have some assholes in the group.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy.
Well, even more of a reason to buy their horses. We can leave those guys behind, right?
I support
I'm down
this.
for that.
I want to talk to the asshole with the maids, and then I don't know that ends. They're not the
Roland will butt in and be like, we should probably get going back before they come back.
One of the guards is like, that's a good point. There has to be one.
What about your goods?
He's like, my men will stay here, and I'll go with you guys.
That puts your men in great
Don't like
danger.
that idea either.
Well, that's what I pay them for.
To that? Because there's only two.
To guard. And then that's what guards do.
It is kind of.
That's true,
I
but
mean,
you got-
he's kind of looking you guys over, and I'm sure maybe that's what you guys are paid to do for your caravan.
Oh no, I do this for free.
The guards look at you like you're
he
crazy.
just
I
likes
just-
feeding the bear.
Yeah.
The noble, Alban, he says, bear? Like, you can tell like he's kind of like scared and confused.
Yeah, but just wait till you see the fucking gargoyle.
Do you have any cheese?
There's a wizard that's so
Yeah,
idiotic
it'll be
he
fine.
thinks the cardboard is a magic missile.
It's a strange caravan.
Obviously. He's like, well, I assure you my men will be safe here.
I'll stay with them.
You stay with them throughout the night?
I'm not paid by the other caravan.
Fair enough. That's cool.
Neither am I.
Tomorrow, she's like, cool, I'd like to learn about your crossbow.
No, that's my ex-wife. We had a.
She looks at you strangely.
I rubbed my face. We had a bit of a falling out.
Alright. Roland's gonna stay with them. Okay, what about Luda and Vesper?
I want to go back.
We're paid, we have to go in.
I'll explain to Laura as the night goes on that I'm an inventor and I like to create things with my hands.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself a warrior or a soldier or anything.
Roland just feels like they're gonna need his protection.
Roland knows I'm reckless.
Do you have a shield?
No, he's type, but he has good weapons.
I do have shield of faith.
The guards are pretty friendly, and they strike up pretty good conversation. Once these two guys, once Lute and Vesper and Lute are out, they're like, you gonna know that some of these are broke.
As you say, I'm opening one of the casks.
And
What do you say?
One of them just kind of looks away like he doesn't see it.
Start pulling out tankards out of my bag of holding.
You gonna partake in some of this?
No.
Would you allow this to happen?
No.
So you're gonna speak up
I'm gonna
against it.
speak up.
Say your
I have to
piece.
keep rolling.
Say your piece, buddy. Say your piece to him. Yeah, he pops open a cork.
Or it's got plenty of his own. We don't need to be stealing.
Hey, now I'm not here, but half of that's fucking mine. Okay, it's my idea. I'll kill you again.
I don't know about your word here.
There you go.
Put it already open.
Alright, it's already open.
Just take the cask
not my
and
problem.
punch it. Be like, look, it's leaking out.
But we'll
What's
know.
my bonus?
Don't be shy. Come on. You said you were gonna stop
You
him.
gonna bite him?
I'll pay him for the bottle later
I
on.
can't take it out of his gut. It would be
Well, I was
You
joking.
can.
You can.
I mean, the other guy, the other guys are like, and two of these guys are elves, by the way. They're like, lighten up. He's not going to know. You guys, if it wasn't for you,
Torm will know.
you will.
This isn't
But they're still telling you, no one's going to know. I
I was
mean,
there.
you guys deserve more than this bond for saving us. He's just greedy. That's all. He's a good guy, don't get me wrong, but he's just greedy. He's like, you guys deserve this. Relax.
They lost a friend. They need to celebrate and remember it.
I mean, yeah, you've got a body here too.
You can bury the body, and then you won't see it.
That's just like the little devil when
The guards don't want to bury him out here. They want to try to take
I
him
assume they would.
because he'll
His
get dug up.
family and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I go now on the guards. How much would this cost?
What?
The bottles of wine.
They're about 30 gold pieces. They're pretty. They're good vintage.
You take a drink. Does it seem like it's worth 30 gold?
Not to a dwarf.
Wow, it's very good.
It's in here.
So you know what? They say, well, if you don't like it, they'll just drink the bottle themselves.
I pull a whole keg out of my bag. And this is mine.
They're amazed that you pull a keg of beer out of your bag. They're just kind of like, whoa, where did you get that?
Pulls out a literal whole keg of beer.
One of them's like, pulls out a cup.
You like the bottle?
I want to try this.
Oh, it's fine.
We're all friends, right?
Friends on the battlefield, friends at night.
So Roland, they're looking at you.
I'm tending to the body.
Their dead body's been tended to when they were all here. That's all taken care
He's
of.
gonna put spices on it and wrap it in a
So
closet.
I'm more, Roland is more, gonna be keeping an eye out on the surroundings. Anybody trying to come back in.
You see, when he said that,
Well, they're
I think that
drinking,
he would be
somebody's
the
gotta
actual
be
boss.
somebody's being smart. Good point. Roll me perception. How much are you gonna drink throughout the night?
I'm not going to drink like I usually do because I know there's hobgoblins
Good
around.
point.
I just want to take the edge off.
Good point.
18.
So you're an alcoholic.
Have you been taking? I told you about Walden.
Yeah.
He is an alcoholic.
Most 4 stars.
The rest of your night is fine. These goblins that you know of don't come back. You don't see any. You guys come back to the camp now. Are you guys just walking back up to the caravan, or are you sneaking in?
I say we just walk back up.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they knew that we departed, right? So,
Mm-hmm. No, they didn't know because you
No.
did. You just leave. You didn't leave. You just kind of snuck around and didn't
Yeah,
let yourself be noticed.
Well, I normally just wander around the caravan.
But we told Grizzly.
Yeah, he knows. He's the only one that knows.
Yeah.
So you just walking up. normally with this
Yeah,
guy?
we'll walk up.
Yeah.
I'll take my hood
probably the
off
best.
though, so they can see.
The best.
You hear the gargle, because that's a lead wagon, just start rah, rah, as you walk up, and it's almost like an alarm.
Yeah.
And
That's so brilliant.
yeah, you see a lot of the guys, especially the pole, because he's huge, you can't miss him. I mean, he stands up and they're like on the ready real quick.
And I'll be like, it's just us. We saved a wagon out here.
Sort of saved.
He'll walk up to you guys, he's like, why didn't you ask anybody else to help? It's
Because
very dangerous out here.
well, we know, but we figured stealth would be of the essence, and we're quite stealthy.
I'm sure there's others here that would be the same.
Well, there are some people here that are friendly, like you, but other people are kind of assholes, so we weren't sure who to ask and who not to.
He's like, well,
He is a big
it's very, very honorable of you to
Or to consider some of
take it upon yourselves to do such a thing. So, Alden here, he's sizing up this guy because this dude's literally like 7 foot, 7'1". So dude's huge. He's like,
I'll introduce him. I'll be like, you know, Alden, this is the
he sticks that pole. He's like, how much for your services? He's like, I'm already bought. I'm sorry. He's like, okay. You get Alden there, and he just leaves you guys. And he starts going to everybody. He avoids this wagon because it's got a freaking gargoyle.
He didn't
Like
leave
he's
it.
he's walking as far away from it as possible.
Like you ever see
I
somebody?
And,
like to reiterate
wall?
that I described the exact person whose horses he should buy being the asshole in front of us.
But he's walking around, and you see him go to every horse, and you see him talking to people. I don't know if you guys want to continue talking to the pole, or you want to go back to Grizzly.
Well, I'll just tell the pole, you know, be like, just want to let you know it's us and all that, and I guess we're gonna head back to Grizzly since we are his guards.
You saying that this guy now looks at you guys with respect, and he is very honorable of you to go out there.
Yeah.
And unknown lands to you guys. You walk back, Grizzlies, where's the Orden rolling at?
They stayed back with the other 2 guards to guard the goods of Alvin, and he's trying to buy some horses, but I doubt he'll have much luck.
What happened?
They were attacked by hobgoblins. The big wolf knocked over their wagon, spilled their goods out, and one of their guards died. They were fire when we showed up.
Oh, that's a shame. That's what they get for being by themselves.
Yeah.
That's very stupid.
Something Roland said.
It's like surely them two will be all right, and we'll pick them up in the morning.
Yeah, they can handle themselves pretty well.
So, and he goes on, and it's the same school you are from the guard about these your Shawnee hobgoblins. He tells you they're thick in this area.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, in this big group, they won't come after us. He's like, but hopefully they'll be okay. I mean, they'll probably go lick the wounds. He's like, and he's like, tomorrow we'll really have to keep an eye out for them.
Yeah.
He's like, let's just hope they make it through the night.